Hi, I'm Kathy Burns, and I represent the third annual Fire and Ice event. It is a fundraiser for the Ludlow Fire Department, and we started the event 3 years ago in September of 22, and then went live with it the following September. And our first event was a hypnotist, and we had a lot of fun. And then we decided that we were going to do Fire and Ice 2, which we had Myra Flynn come down from Burlington and do a performance for us. And this year we're going to do the third annual Fire and Ice, and we're going to do comedy night. So Fire and Ice was started because the Ludlow Fire Department, for most of you that know, used to do a very large auction every year, and it raised a ton of money. It was very labor intensive for the firefighters, and they would retrieve all kinds of stuff, furniture, firewood, and it just became a bunch of really hard work for them. So we stepped in and created a product hoping to raise a lot of money, and we named it Fire and Ice. Last year, we did a major focus on communication. I was in the town hall and listening to a scratchy radio and started asking questions about the radios and got an answer that the radios were pretty old. We set a mission to get new radios, and we were very successful, and we replaced all the radios for the department. The third Fire and Ice is coming up. We are going to do a comedy night at Jackson Gore. We're thankful to Okemo Mountain Resort for letting us have the venue. The major sponsors are William Ravis Vermont Properties, Open Door Vacation Rentals, and our supporting sponsors, Ted Stryhouse Builders, M&M Excavating, Master Plumbing and Heating, Night Tubs, and James Young Attorney. I'm here today with Ben. We have not set a dollar goal, but we have set where the proceeds are going to go. And we want all of you to know that every dollar that's raised for this event is given to the firefighters. So we have in front of us a display of gear, and Ben can talk to you a little bit about it. The gear to my left is what our firefighters are currently wearing, and the gear to my right is the new gear that we'd like to get the firefighters in. So Ben, can you just tell us a little bit about gear and what it does for you guys and the protection how it works?
Absolutely. To start, hi everybody. I'm Ben Whalen. I'm the fire chief here in Ludlow, and for transparency purposes, I'm the fire chief. I am a member of the nonprofit Ludlow Firefighters Association, but I'm not a voting member. And as the chief, I think that's important to say is they are the nonprofit group that has done all of this fundraising in the past, whether it's been through the auction, the 5K, and certainly the Fire and Ice that's sponsored by Kathy and her folks and all of the great sponsors. And as we talk about gear, so yeah, like obviously there's more than just a color difference that we have going on. But over here we've got some gear that is manufactured in 2008. So it's going on 18 years old, and it's pretty old stuff. And then over here we have some gear that I think, we got that delivered a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so that's brand new stuff. And as we think about the differences of, well, who cares if it's 20 years old? And I would say, how many of us still wear a pair of pants that's 20 years old? Is that something we can pull off? Do we still wear a winter coat that we might wear a few times a year? Does that last us 20 years? How do those things hold up? So turnout gear has all kinds of different stuff that goes with it. And specifically, NFPA, the National Fire Protection Association, says in code that this gear is only good for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
10 years from the date of manufacture. So we could look on that gear and see what the date of manufacture is. I assume it's going to say if we got it, so
Yeah,
probably
2
the
weeks
end
ago.
of December of 25. So theoretically, in 2035, in December, that gear by the NFPA standards would be no good. And that goes for boots, it goes for helmets, it goes for gloves, hoods, you name it. 10 years, whether it's been used or not, right? And so that's the other part that people don't always think about. Even the ultraviolet light, if it sits on a shelf, can degrade it. And that's not just with our turnout gear, that's rope rescue, you name it. Even a rope that you buy, if you buy that rope 10 years later, through testing, it's lost more than 10% of its strength just by sitting on a shelf, right? So now we think about turnout gear. So over here we've got some gear that's been pretty abused over the course of 18 years. It still, looks like, hey, I could wear that, but it's time for replacement. And the other parts that go with that is, what has this gear been contaminated by, right? What carcinogens, what petroleum products, what acids, everything else over the course of 18 years has been put onto this. You then take the wear and tear of people wearing it into a burning building, people wearing it to a car accident, all of those things, right? They're breaking it down. And then it's somewhat silly to think about, but even just washing it actually damages it, right? So we wash our gear after every fire that we go into. And also, it will become a little smelly as folks sweat or perspirate in it. And those are things we need to deal with. But there's also technology upgrades that occur with the materials that they're made out of and just the way they're designed. So that gear there, 20 years, right? I mean, we could put this into a time capsule, bury it, open it up 20 years from now, do the same thing with that. The gear that's produced is going to be much healthier and safer for firefighters.
So who provides, so if I'm a volunteer fire person, right, who provides the gear? Is it the association? So the association gives them their helmets and their boots and their jackets and their pants? Is that how it works?
Yeah, and it's an important question. As we think about volunteer firefighters, call firefighters, and career firefighters. So again, for transparency, I'm a full-time employee of the town of Ludlow. Our firefighters in the Fed's eyes are still pretty much looked at as volunteers. They do get an hourly stipend for coming into calls, but all the time they spend doing fundraising, anytime they're working with the association, they are 100% volunteering their time. They are not getting paid for it. All of the community events that they're doing, those are things they are truly donating their time for. As far as who pays for the gear, so within our budget, we have a smaller amount that is set aside for purchasing gear. Right now, I believe that amount equates to about 2 sets per year. And that's all the money we have for that turnout gear. What the association is looking to do with your assistance, and again, all these great sponsors, is to be able to purchase gear to get everybody wearing that newer gear. And not to say that they haven't bought any new gear in the recent past. This will get everybody on the same page as far as what they're wearing, and also give us gear that's actually in stock to outfit new people with. Right. Because if I had a new person come in today, this might be the gear that I have to put them into, right? So 18-year-old gear that may or may not fit them, because that's the stock that we have left.
So when we talk about gear, can you just run through? So we have a jacket, we have pants, we have boots, we have a helmet. And so every firefighter needs those 4 pieces of equipment to go out the door.
Those 4 pieces of equipment to go out the door, plus gloves and a hood. And with the gloves and the hood, we're issuing folks 2 pairs of gloves and 2 hoods. And the reason for that is, as soon as you get one of those dirty and you need to wash it, you're able to have another one to use.
Oh, right on call.
And right, you think about it, anytime they go into a dangerous environment, this gear is getting saturated with that, right? So you go into a hot, smoky building or a building just full of smoke in general, right? It's still going to be in this. So we then have to wash it, take care of it, and so on. So, and again, that's protecting the firefighter.
Okay. So Fire and Ice, this is the 3rd annual Fire and Ice. We have 2 comedians coming in from Boston. We have established, and the firefighters are doing this, the association, they have a committee who is currently soliciting our local business community for auction items, silent auction items, and we will have a silent auction item. It's actually up and running already, so you can find that link. We do have a QR code. If you need information on it, just let us know and we'll get you to where you need to be. I'd like to thank, we have an outstanding group of homeowners, both primary and secondary homeowners, who do give us a ton of cash and understand the importance of keeping our firefighters safe. And we really feel that, 1, it's a fun event to get everybody out, but 2, doing this event and the proceeds of this event probably is more heartfelt in this community to keep all of us safe. And as we all know, at some point in your life, you're going to know someone that is in a fire or a car accident where our firefighters need to step in. And we thank you guys. Like, you're unbelievable with our community. And we know that the volunteering's hard, and we know that the guys put a lot of time in, and it's much appreciated.
We are super fortunate to have the guys and gals that we have on the fire department here. And I will say, as a fire chief, I feel incredibly fortunate to have the community and the community involvement and engagement that we have here in Ludlow, because it is phenomenal. And as I talk about that, I do want to point out this this radio. This is an example of something that was purchased from Fire and Ice last year, and that was an incredible upgrade. And just today we had our radio tech up at the top of the mountain doing some final touches on the new repeater and making things better. So he took a lovely cold snowmobile ride up to the top.
And thanks, Joachimo, for that.
Yeah. And, this is going to be a great event. I heard lots of interesting things about firefighters clucking like chickens and stuff like that at the last, at the Hypnotist. So I look forward to comedy night. And I'm going to take this opportunity. So I've been trying to brainstorm of what can I offer as an auction item.
Oh.
Kathy doesn't know about this yet, but I'm going to tell you my idea, and she'll either say, cut it out of the show today or keep it going. So my thought is, with my past experience, my auction item will be that I will go to your house, I will cook you a waffle and bacon breakfast.
Oh.
I make very good waffles, by the way. And then I will do a home safety inspection for fire.
Oh, that's awesome. I think that's a great idea.
So that's going to be mine. We'll see how well it goes and go from there. Yeah. But this is truly an incredible community involvement, and the loss of the auction has been huge. Yeah. And from what I understand, and that was before my time, but through the auction they were able to generate revenue of somewhere around 50 to 60,000 a year. And they've lost that, right? Yeah. And so you and your team putting the time and energy into this has been incredible to keep them allowing to move forward with their mission. And really their mission is to support the community through the fire department, and to make sure the fire department has good equipment, good training, and is able to give back in the way they need to. So everything we're doing is going right back to the community, and it's fantastic, and thank you.
You're welcome. It's a great event. I'd like to thank a couple people who are not here. Kevin Barnes, Sarah Sheehan, Lisa Schmidt, who we are so grateful for, and literally organizes and orchestrates the entire silent auction. Claire is also head of social media, and Abby Child, who helps all of us with creating our posters and our banners and just making it all happen. So we're very grateful for the mountain for letting us use their space. And it's hopefully we're going to see all of you, and it's going to be a great event, and we're going to raise a lot of money.
Yes, thank you all, and thank you to our friends here at Okemo Valley Television for putting up with us.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me.
You're welcome.